All right, we've got a Atari Asteroids project here. The cabinet is in pretty good shape. It's got a couple of flaws that I'll point out, but other than that, it's actually pretty nice. It's not falling apart or anything. It's only got minor water damage down at the very bottom. It looks like the bottom couple inches got wet at some point in its life. And it started to expand a little, but it didn't get very bad. Believe me, I've seen very bad. And this is not very bad. It's really nothing. You can barely even tell unless you're looking for it. The artwork is almost perfect on both sides. There's a couple little scratches. Here's one of the major flaws. It looks like something kind of dented the wood there. So that can be fixed actually by putting on a new piece of T-molding and then filling in the indentation with wood filler and then painting it, because that's just a black area. No one would ever know. Marquee looks great, although it looks like there's a spider on it, or spider webs. Control panel actually is really good, except for this area right here. Usually there's a lot of paint worn off. The bezel looks okay, but you know, these paper bezels, there's somebody that's reproducing those and they look absolutely stunning. So I don't even think they're very expensive. So that can be replaced. Monitor doesn't look like it has any burn. Maybe, yeah, down at the bottom there, it might say Asteroids by Atari. But boy, that's a clean monitor. This is almost complete. It's missing the two start buttons here. Sorry about that. I didn't take them. They were missing when I got it. But it's got the other buttons and the wiring. It's the coin door, I think, is all the parts are there. There's a few parts that have been taken off and are just sitting in the cabinet. But it's or hanging. They just need to be screwed on. But all the parts are there for it. And it's not in real bad shape. I've seen a lot worse. The coin inserts look pretty good, actually. This side also has a little damage here. Maybe they tipped this thing over or something. Oh yeah, and you can see the damage on the other side where that dent was. So yeah, somebody tipped this over or ran it into something. I don't know. I think this one came from Milwaukee. I don't know if that matters to anybody, but that's where I got it, maybe 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I'll show you in the back here. By the way, I'm in this little tiny room because the building I'm working in does not have heat by my choice because I can't afford it. So it is like 4 degrees outside and it's about 5 degrees in the building. So I'm trying to just heat up this one little room with this little heater. And it's not working. So it's got a back door here, which is kind of tight. This is actually a back door off of a different Asteroids. It fits, but it's tight because the Asteroids this came off of was water damaged. So this door is a little flimsy, but it's better than no door at all, wouldn't you say? Let me set this down for a second and get this door off. It's just tight on one side. There we go. All right, now in here we got our power brick in the bottom. Looks like it's not plugged in. Okay, I haven't tried plugging this game in, and you'll see why in a minute. The board actually looks really clean. I don't see any physical damage to it. So that's always nice. I like getting games that have clean boards in them because at least you know they aren't all hacked up. The monitor. Yeah, okay, here's the interesting thing about this. Asteroids about, I don't know, a quarter of the run or a third of the run. They used an Electrohome, I think it was called a G08 801, or no, G05 801 monitor. And then the other 2/3 of the run, they did 802, which was a different model of the same monitor, basically. The 801 used a 6-pin connector for the vector signal and a 6-pin connector for the power on a little board that was down here. And then this 802 just put all 12 pins going to a connector here. I think they're compatible monitors. They just have different connectors. And this is the way I got this game. For some reason, somebody had put in an 802, probably the 801 stopped working. And they put in an 802 monitor and then realized, oops, I can't plug it in. And then they just left it in their warehouse. And that's when I got it. So I'm pretty sure that if somebody doesn't make an adapter for this, you could easily find a way to wire that up. I mean, shoot, I could do it if I wanted to take the time. But so anyway, that's going to be your main project, is just getting those wires rerouted to the proper connector and then seeing where you're at as far as whether the thing's working or not. But there's lots of people out there that work on Asteroids boards and work on vector monitors, and so if you don't know how, you can certainly find somebody that can help you. And that's it.